I'm Grant Perry. He's Alan Trieu, National Recruiting Analyst at 24/7 Sports. And we're here to bring you another update of the Recruit Report here of the local talent in Michigan. And we're starting off in Sterling Heights, Stevenson, with a kid named Ronnie Hill, committed to Iowa, but there's word that there's some in-state schools looking at him. What's the word?
Yeah, so 4 or 5 months ago, people may not have known the name Ronnie Hill. He emerged in the summer. Iowa offered him a scholarship, got him committed. Since then, Michigan State has now come in and offered a scholarship after a couple of games of his senior season, which have been outstanding. So he's going to take a look at Michigan State. He camped there in the summer. They're a little bit late to the party, though, and he's very committed to Iowa at the moment. So he says he's not going to visit Michigan State. He says he's not going to make a firm decision on anything until the end of the year, but right now he's leaning towards sticking with the Hawkeyes, and why not? Phil Parker does a great job with the defensive backs, and they found a lot of guys in Michigan over the years who have turned out to have successful careers.
Yeah, he does. And good point there. And to plug State Champs a little bit, if you want the opportunity to watch him play, we're going to be at Macomb, Dakota this Friday as Sterling Heights Stevenson takes on Dakota. Watch that one. It's going to be a good one. Now, moving on. In the world of recruitment, there's commitments, but there's also flips. And I'm talking about Clarkson, the OAA Red Division. There's a lineman on that team that is paving the way on the ground for them. He's also making moves in the recruiting noise. What's the word on Hayden Flavin?
Yeah, big offensive tackle, 6'7". He's committed to Miami, Ohio, has been for several months. They always do a great job of recruiting the state of Michigan talent, too, with most of their staff having come from Grand Valley. But senior year comes along. As it got closer, he picked up an offer from Northwestern late in the summer. Took a little bit of time to think about it. Took an official to Evanston last weekend and ended up flipping to Northwestern. He had nothing but good things to say about Miami, Ohio, and that staff. It's just really hard to turn down the chance to play in the Big Ten, get that Northwestern education. Obviously, academics were important with him even committing to Miami in the first place, but he ends up flipping to Northwestern, and they've developed offensive tackles very well in the past. They've had a couple guys go high in the draft, and he also took a look at that when making the decision.
Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up my alma mater. They have a skilled player, young sophomore by the name of Tyler Trussell, who's making some waves. What have you heard on his front?
Yeah, they have a bunch of young players, actually. So Tyler's one of them, and he's played varsity last year, went both ways. I think schools like that about him. He's had some offers come through the first couple of years of high school. A big one recently in Michigan State. That's a big stamp when you're an in-state kid, especially a sophomore. Went up there and visited. They had a chance to see him in camp in the summer as well. Brother Rice was up there for their 7-on-7. He had a really good day that day. So big offer for him getting Michigan State, and I think he's going to look really closely at the Spartans over the next couple of years.
Nice. And to wrap this up, let's talk about a former high school head coach that was at River Rouge. He's now at the collegiate level at Illinois, a guy by the name of Corey Parker. Let's talk about his impact on the state of Michigan.
He's had a huge impact, I think, in terms of Illinois being able to recruit players from the state of Michigan. And that example, last week, they had a home game. A couple kids went up there. Don Spillers from King, two-way safety receiver, ended up going up there getting a scholarship offer. His teammate, Jameer Henry, big-time recruit. He went down there to Illinois. Without Corey Parker being there, I don't think those guys even take the time to visit Illinois. Prior to him being there, prior to Brett Bielema being there, you didn't see Illinois in Detroit a ton, and you're seeing it a lot more. Corey has them in the mix for a lot of Michigan kids. When you're Michigan, when you're Michigan State, when you're the other Big Ten schools and you recruit Detroit now, you know you're going to have to fend off Corey a little bit for those guys.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here first. He's Alan Trieu. I'm Grant Perry. This is the State Champs Sports Network. Thanks for watching.